Cancer, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Ooh, Cancer, you are hoping for a show of force. What do I mean by that? It's the card of resilience and the card of defending yourself with your very last breath in the inverse. So you are hoping to show enough force that you don't have to defend your words and your actions. You're hoping that what you do says enough on its own that it needs no clarification whatsoever. You're hoping to communicate an idea, a thought, a project without having to give an explanation. This is it. This is what we're doing. This is the action I'm taking. You're with me or you're against me. That's what you're hoping for. A show of force. I like it. The fear that you have is that you aren't managing your resources properly in order to bring this plan into fruition. So you're hoping your actions will speak for themselves, but you don't feel like you have a solid plan in place yet. The reality of the situation is you are dealing with a lot of anxiety, and even if somebody were to approach you and question this about it, you would spit the truth and you wouldn't care how they felt whatsoever because you're concerned with self preservation. You're concerned with your anxiety, the things that are keeping you up at night. This is an act of self preservation, which is why you fear that you aren't handling it right, because if you don't handle it right, you're only going to experience a little bit more pain and a little bit more anxiety. The whole point is that you want the anxiety to go away. You want to regain control of your situation, and you don't want to fight with people about it. Hmm. It's like you're stuck at an ending, like you're pinned to the ground and you can't move. That's why you're trying to gain control of the situation. But the beautiful thing is, you have the Ace of Swords here. And the Ace of Swords is all about. Swords can represent thoughts and ideas. It can also represent wielding a certain amount of power. But when we get an ace, it has a very high potential but low resolution. So the potential to take charge of this situation and to get a plan that really works, because right now you fear your plan isn't going to work, but to get a plan that really works to help you regain control of this situation, the potential is there. You just have to process it through a framework. You can't ignore the situation. You can't get stuck in your own head. You literally have to take action to put the plan into play. The potential is there. You just have to process it through a framework. And ultimately, before you can work through this situation, you have to be able to forgive yourself. Okay? You have to look at the past. You have to look at the mistakes that you made, the mismanagement of resources that got you to this painful ending. Were there other circumstances? Yes. Sometimes shitty people just do shitty things and it winds up hurting your feelings. But there's a certain amount that we allow people to drain our energy, and you let that thing go too far for one reason or another. And you have to be able to take the time and look at what you contributed and what you did and the things. I'm not saying that you made mistakes, but you probably weren't doing everything to the best of your ability. You have to actually look at what you did and how you got there and be like, oh, I did this time and that gave me this result. Next time I won't do that. Because Cancer, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. And that's what I'm feeling here. That's really what I'm feeling here. You're having anxiety because you're falling into a habit of something that you've always done, and that's not what you want to do or who you want to be anymore. You want to make changes. So you have to accept that painful ending. You have to look at, this is what I did to get me here. This is what I can do different next time. You have to put that plan into action, and you have to forgive yourself, Cancer. It's okay. We all mess up. That's how we learn lessons. There is no growth without discomfort. The Ten of Cups in the inverse. You feel like you can't reach that happy point on your own as long as you're still dealing with this energy. So again, work your plan and forgive yourself. And if you can do that, if you can really take the time to be like, yeah, I made this mistake. I get it. I learned a lesson from it. Ask yourself, why did this happen for me instead of why did this happen to me? And you'll start to turn this anxiety around and you'll find that forgiveness. That's your plan. That's your framework for your new ideas. Stop asking yourself, why did this happen to me? Don't have a victim mentality. Own what you did. Say, why did this happen for me and how can I stop it from happening again? And that sense of independence will help you find that sense of forgiveness. And it's okay, Cancer. We all mess up from time to time. You're a human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But it's what we do after that defines us as a person. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. Good luck with this. I have faith in you. I'll see you next week.